to stand before you today, not to seek applause, but to render account. A city is defined not by its ambition, but by its delivery. Promises are easy. Governing is the real work. Governing honestly, acknowledging what remains unfinished, while steady by confronting the present, not complaining about the past. My administration chose deliberately to reject the normalization of dysfunction. We chose system over spectacle. Work, trust follows. When trust follows, reform becomes inevitable. We began by feeding our children. The moments when we must decide what kind of parents breathe easier. Members, Dijina County is not having this constitutional right in the law, extending coverage to informal settlements and members of the county assembly. You have delivered hope. You have increased enrollment by more than 40%. Every day, families are touched. That gentleman who does not know whether he'll get a coin in Amjengo, rest assured that his child is eating. That Mama Fua, who is not sure whether she will get a job, has hope and comfort knowing that her child and children are taken care of. You are co-workers with God. I applaud you for that as members of County Assembly. Honorable members, opportunity must follow hope. Through fair identification and transparent disbursement, we can ensure 100% transition to secondary school. This January, I issued scholarships worth 170 million shillings to 3,828 beneficiaries, and we have processed, members, here are the checks, and today, this is just a sample, every ward will receive their checks. This is symbolic for Kayole Central Ward. Mheshimiwa Mofire, and all the rest are with us today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. We will receive it. I want to thank sincerely Honorable Perpetua Mponjiwa, the Chair of Education, for her diligence, her patience, and I want to thank you for understanding that even if it delays, we get it done. Even if it delays, we get it done. Members, let me tell you a story. I recall one young man that Mheshimiwa Clement brought to me. Jasper sold one, and because he didn't perform, was taken to court and her accounts were frozen with 4 children. When I met Jasper and his parents in my office, there were no words, only tears.
My name is Connie Alushula from Babadogo Junior and Primary School.
And she cried and said, "It is you. I want to tell you, it is not me, it is you." This boy went through Mangu School and became the top performer in Nairobi City County through your work, through the scholarship, and through bursaries. They spoke of hope restored. They thanked me, but truly honorable members, again, I want to affirm, it is you who have made it possible. When you pass a budget, please see not just the numbers, but see the people whose lives you're changing every single day. Jasper sat on my chair and he spoke to 2 students who had been stranded from Mukuru Kwanjenga before I drove them to their new school. He gave them advice because I told them Jasper would give them better, more relevant advice than I would. He told them to trust in God, to keep good company, and to always remember where they've come from. These are real stories. More than 40 students received scholarships last month alone to join grade 10. And I'm sure you see them every day coming to our offices. I would ask you to do the same thing again and provide support to more children through your wards throughout the city. One father wrote to me and said, "You changed my life." That letter does not belong to me, but to Nairobians and to you in this assembly. Education is not generosity. A city that educates its children secures its future. A city that neglects them mortgages its future. To support growing enrollment, we have built classrooms and provide free pre-primary education through capitation grants of 3,200 shillings per child, 100 million shillings for over 30,000 learners, and I would like to let you know that the first 30 million is also ready for this term. No child should be charged a shilling in our ECD centers. ECD is free. No child should be charged. And we will provide what our center managers and teachers require to give that service. We have also distributed furniture worth 120 million shillings to these ECDs. Mr. Speaker and honorable members, prudent financial management has been our pillar. Digitization has enhanced efficiency, transparency, and real-time monitoring. Collections rose, and they have risen each year. Last year, we achieved historical financial performance, 13.8 billion shillings in on-source revenue, the highest since devolution began, since God made Kenya. Various revenue measures have been undertaken in the year, including implementation of the 2019 valuation roll, capturing more than 30,000 previously unvalued properties and 21,000 new properties, expanding the rateable base. This saw rates revenue rise from 2.48 billion shillings to 3.3 billion shillings in the financial year 2024-25, and our target now is 6.5 billion shillings. I believe we can do it. Enhanced enforcement and structured tenant account monitoring in county estates saw housing revenue increase from 503 million shillings to 798.8 million shillings. And I want to specifically thank the members of County Assembly who have these county estates in their wards for their cooperation. We have served on numerous times, and we've charted a new way forward that treats our people with dignity, but also makes sure the county receives what it is due. We have worked towards addressing the huge pending bills. Pending bills were initially reported at 119.5 billion shillings. They have been revised down to 71.6 billion shillings through forensic reconciliation. We've tackled unjustified legal claims that were at 21 billion shillings, aligned historical loans, corrected registers, and conducted a comprehensive IFMIS cleaning across 12 financial years. Quarterly and annual statements are now submitted on time to both the Public Accounts Committee of this House and of the Senate. And I want to thank the chair of the Public Accounts Committee, Honorable Shege Mwaura, who is my rural MCA of Ungara, where I was born. Thank you for your diligence. For the first time, we're on time. And for the first time over a decade, audit incomes have improved. Members, the first 5 years of devolution had disclaimer of opinion verdict from the Auditor General. Disclaimer, meaning the audit is terrible. The next 5 years had adverse opinions from the Auditor General. For the first time, we have no adverse opinions. We have qualified opinions from the Auditor General, and we are working hard with you to make sure that we get an even better audit opinion in this financial year. This is discipline. This is duty. This is honor to Nairobians who entrust us with their hard-earned money. I thank this assembly. Many achievements would not be possible without your support to pass these budgets, fiscal policies, and development plans. The Ward Development Program, WDP, has ensured equitable development across 85 wards, raising allocations from 715.8 million shillings in the financial year 2022-23 to 857.7 million shillings in 2024-25, with total payments of 2.7 billion shillings. As we discussed recently in Naivasha, we have a plan to make sure that we clear all pending and ongoing WDP bills through a facility that I will be bringing to this House for your support. Please, when you see it, support it. And remember, I have asked you passionately to support it. That development in every single ward is the best thing we can do for our people. To ease business costs, we launched the Unified Business Permit, that has consolidated multiple licenses into one. Over 300,000 businesses members have been registered under UBP, a historic figure. In January of this year, we launched the Liquor Pay system, a system designed to transition the county's liquor licensing protocol from manual, bureaucratic, and prone to corruption processes to a fully automated, transparent, and cashless system. Liquor Pay automates the entire process from application, inspection, and payment to approval, removing the need for physical visits. And I think you all know how those visits end up. Easing compliance for more than 13,000 owners of these establishments. Markets are Nairobi's heartbeat. 6 new county markets rise, in as much as we have had challenges with paying, but we see a silver lining. Mutuini is at 85%, Kawes and Juju at 65%, Karen at 40%, the Mira market at 15%, Dandora East at 5%. With what we agreed on, we must conclude these markets. We have invested in improving the state of the current ones. A cold storage pilot at City Park Market of Honorable Few supports 5,000 traders to preserve their fresh produce for longer. The same will be rolled out in every single market in our city. Childcare facilities now allow our mothers to trade in peace. To ease movement and to decongest Haile Selassie Avenue, Honorable Kwenya will tell you that the link road between Wakulima Market and Muduro Market has been opened. Also, the loop road behind Wakulima Market to Jogo Road is now open. 150 modern kiosks across 6 wards have been constructed, and there is more that I hope we can do this year. We must finish each and every project that we put our mind to. Ladies and gentlemen, infrastructure is the backbone of a thriving city. We are upgrading roads, pavement, ramps, streetlights, stormwater drain. Work is ongoing along key corridors, including Moi Service Lane, City Hallway, the Archives area, Taifa Lane, by replacing old pavements with durable, high-quality, and modern cabro paving, placement of dustbins, installation of ramps to accommodate persons living with disabilities. Modern streetlights have also been installed. This transformation will continue throughout the CBD and into the wards in the estates. We must move to the estates. 147 kilometers of roads were rehabilitated with the county funds, while 61 kilometers with national fuel levy funds. Pedestrian walkways and footpaths, manholes, and gully covers have been restored. Together with other agencies, we are coordinating road planning to ensure movement flows efficiently, including the 1 kilometer per ward commitment that you all know about. Border operators now work in designated circles with reflectors. Digital taxi and border pick-up and drop-off points have reduced congestion and has allowed these members of our society to be treated with dignity. We are working now with the online hailing cab drivers to make sure that the regulations which we pushed, and I pushed them when I was senator, can actually come to fruition, because many of them are suffering the race to the bottom with low charges, driving for more than 20 hours, getting into accidents because of fatigue. We must do something for them in the city of Nairobi. Cleanliness is systems, not slogans. We are putting these systems in place, and I want to thank you for your support. 4,500 Green Army workers are now permanent. I'm sure you know them. I am sure they are not strange to you. You have an idea who they are. 150 technical support staff. Support them. New tippers, skip loaders, and compactors were procured. The Nora dump site has been improved. 63 recycling companies, 125 private waste providers, and 79 community-based organizations now partner with the county. 1,000-liter bins have been installed in Starehe, Dagoretti North, Westlands, Kamkunji, sub-counties, and in our parks, and we continue to install them. Integrated waste transfer stations are coming, and that is a partnership that we're proud of. We shall have that integrated end-to-end waste management system where the national government will support 1/3 of it and we do 2/3 of it. That is the kind of support that we require in this city. Water distribution, and I will speak more about it towards the end, is a test of government competence. We increased the capacity of our water by 140 million liters per day through the Northern Collector Tunnel. You all know that Nairobi is water scarce. When I got into the office of governor, we had only 525 million liters a day against a demand of 970 million liters a day. Nairobi has no source of water within the city. The 4 sources that we had previously, Kikuyu Springs was done in 1907, 1910. Ruiru Dam was done in 1928 by the colonialists. Sasumwa was done in 1956, that gives us 60 million liters of water every day. Ndakaini was done in 94 to 97, that gives us 84% of our water. And it was targeting the population of the year 2002. And so what did we do? Working with the national government, we pushed for the completion of Northern Collector 1 that has provided 140 million liters. There is increased supply in many of our wards that you have seen. New pipelines in Langata have ended years of intermittent supply. Residents receive water more frequently. I think there's a gentleman here called Chris Njoroge of Mihango. I don't know if he's around. Chris Njoroge of Mihango is one of the residents who has appreciated the new connections. We're also doing work in Ruai. Part of the Eastern Nairobi Water and Sanitation Project has transformed the lives of residents in Embakasi, Utawala, Njiru, and Ruai. Having piped water to Chris's house is a celebration. He no longer relies on borehole water, whose quality was not assured when delivered. And I have explained to you that we've had a challenge with the numerous boreholes that were done in the year 2021 by NMS, because the World Health Organization recommended fluoride level is 1.5 parts per million. In many of them in Eastlands, they were up to 6, creating a health threat to our children. Brittle bones, discolored teeth. That will be a thing of the past. In December, I commissioned a new 67 million shillings water pipeline from Karen, coming through Bomas by gravity, from Kabete, that has increased supply. And it was amazing going into someone's house in, Royal Park Estate, and them seeing water coming from their taps. People in Karen were shocked that their meters are bursting because they had never had this commodity. We're not ending there. The work is not yet done. We need more water. I want to tell you that we are now preparing for the optimization of Ngedu. In Ngedu water treatment plant in Gatundu North that we own, we lose 30 million liters of water every day through the backwash filtration system. We have now designed a reverse backwash system that will give us around 50 million liters daily in the dry seasons and up to 60-65 million liters when it is wet. Secondly, and we are happy, yesterday we agreed with the national government for them to process Maragua 4. Maragua 4 dam is going to give us another 140 million liters plus this 65 million liters, giving us 250, and it is possible for us then to solve that strain of water. I want to thank you for your continued partnership with our water service provider. And I want to assure our staff of Nairobi City Water and Sewerage Company that we shall not privatize the company. The company will remain in the hands of the people of Nairobi to continue offering services to the people of Nairobi. That will not be done. I also want to assure them, because we had a challenge with the pensioners. Initially, we wanted a facility, but the rates were not good enough, that we shall make sure that everybody who has worked in this city gets their right when they retire. We shall be coming back to you with a better proposal on how to do that. Sewer coverage is expanding from 52 to 60% by 2027, with new lines in the Ruta, Donholm, Jiru, Kiamaiko, and St. George's, that's in Kilimani, the ward of my good friend, Honorable Geto, who is my local MCA. Ruth Wanjiru, a resident of Metameta in Ngei ward of my best friend Reki, said that the new sewer line in the ward, and I wish Honorable Lore would let Reki listen, that a new sewer line in the ward that was completed last year, Redson, is the best thing that happened to her, having not to jump over raw sewage anymore. We will do more with you and with all of you, because there's dignity that our people deserve. So even as we, move ahead, let us always count the progress that we're making, step by step, day by day, bit by bit. We shall get there. We will get there. Simplified sewer systems are now serving informal settlements, replacing flying toilets and restoring dignity. We launched the simplified sewer systems to transform sanitation in various informal settlements, which were barely served by the main line. Brian Wasike, a resident of Mukuru, who is here as well today, where it was launched, says dignity has been restored. through the simplified water system, away from that flying toilet, which was a menace and a health hazard. Honorable members, health is where leadership becomes personal. Nairobi County hospitals that we've upgraded from level 4 to 5, Mbagathi, Mama Lucy, Pumwani Maternity, Mama Uhuru Kenyatta, and Mama Rachel Ruto Mtuini, used to always be on the news for the wrong reasons. Children kidnapped or stolen, surgeries botched, people treated without dignity. There was no single ICU in Nairobi when I became the governor. Today we have neonatal ICUs, we have HDUs, we have dialysis, we have dental services, more than 50 dentists hired by this county. Services that people thought were a luxury before. And complex procedures are going on. 99 of the 119 facilities are digitized, improving accountability and efficiency. SHA outreach has already reached 2.5 million Nairobians. Currently, we're dealing with a human resource challenge with the unions because there is only so much that we can be able to offer Nairobians. There's only so much that we can give one cadre of staff. We have sorted out the issues of salary delays. Salaries are now paid on time. And we're asking these workers, get back to work. Let us make progress bit by bit, but remember the oaths you took to protect lives, to protect the lives of Nairobians. For those who will fail to come back to work, we shall declare vacancies and hire people who are willing to work for the residents of Nairobi within the terms that the county government can provide. There must be closure. There must be closure to that issue. There must be closure. Members, key for us has been the issue of securing land titles and leases for the people of Nairobi, and more so our public institutions. We have issued close to 3,000 lease titles to Nairobians and institutions that have been long and justly deprived of their property. And my dear Canon, we discussed this as well recently about the properties owned by the ACK. Currently, we have 5,000 leases that are being finalized at the Ministry of Lands. Once they are done, we will issue them to the rightful owners. Over 8,500 plots in various county schemes, Kahawa West, Kahawa Juakali, Molem, Ward Regularization, Kayole, Dandora, Kariobangi South have been surveyed and regularization is going on. The majority of what we're doing will be implemented in the sub-counties and further to the ward level. In ensuring we have further devolved services, delivery, we have operationalized the boroughs and appointed 6 borough managers. These 6 borough managers are part of 8,000 new staff members, most of them young people, who have been recruited in the past 3 years to give service to the people of Nairobi in an easier and simpler manner. The recruitment ranges from members of the executive, the Green Army, and medical service practitioners. The recruitment of 1,460 city constables has restored security, cleared illegal structures, and regulated traffic. I am sure you also are familiar with these constables that I am mentioning. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, trust is rebuilt through experience. Children learn because they're fed, traders work in dignity, hospitals heal, water flows fairly, opportunity widens. No city progresses while waiting to be persuaded. Citizenship is not a spectator sport. Comply, participate, be vigilant, for perpetual vigilance is the prize of progress. Members, I honor the mandate given to me by the people of Nairobi. They entrusted me with the constitutional powers to transform this city. I will not betray that trust. In the year 2020, Nairobi got into a misadventure that ended up being costly. The NMS experiment left us with a 16 billion shillings hole in pending bills, low staff morale due to mistreatment, and a defilement of devolution. The functions bestowed upon the county government of Nairobi by the Constitution will remain county functions. We shall not transfer any functions of the county of Nairobi. Nairobi is not just a county, it is a capital city. So of course collaboration with the national government is inevitable. In fact, it is encouraged. But in the words of the former late Prime Minister, the father of devolution, we must protect devolution. It is the biggest gift given to the people of Kenya by our law. We are pursuing procedures using the Urban Areas and Cities Act that talk about the capital city to enhance support in infrastructure, but the city will continue to be governed as a county government under the law. So for those who have been wishing or imagining that that misadventure would happen again in Nairobi, find another county and find another governor. This governor, Sakaja Arthur Johnson, shall never go in that direction. The future of Nairobi is ours, members. Let us make Nairobi work consistently, fairly, and with dignity for all. God bless you all. God bless Nairobi. God bless devolution. And God bless Kenya. Lazima iwak. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Section 32J of the County Government Act, I hereby submit to the County Assembly the annual report on the implementation status of the county policies and plans. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki. Thank you.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the Governor, honored members, our standing order number 27-4 provides, and allow me to quote, whenever the governor delivers the address, a member may as soon as practicable thereafter lay the address on the table of the county assembly following the reading of such address. I therefore now call upon the leader of majority party, who is the leader of the government business, Honorable Peter Imwatok, to lay the address by His Excellency the Governor on the table of the county assembly and give notice of the motion contemplated in Standing Order 27-5.
Honorable Speaker of the County Assembly of Nairobi, His Excellency the Governor of the capital city of Nairobi, distinguished guests, ladies. February 2026. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay.
Thank you. Honorable members, by leave of chair, I'll make further announcements in regard to our guests who have just come in. We have the very Reverend Provost Evans Omolo, Anglican Church, the CEO of Kara, Henry Ochieng, a representative from Food for Education, Vincent. We have the MD, Nambi, is it? Nambi City Water. And is it Nairobi? Nairobi City Water and Sanitation. Thank you. Honored members, I would now request you to be upstanding. He has given. As you are upstanding, kindly, Honorable Majority, please proceed and give the notice of motion.
Honorable Speaker, thank you for introducing Ambassador. Stazo says he's a schoolmate.
Proceed.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to give the following notice that pursuant to provision of 27(5), the thanks of the County Assembly be recorded for the exposition of public policy contained in the address of excellence delivered on the County Assembly on Wednesday, 11th February 2026, laid on the table of the Assembly on Wednesday, 11th, 2026, which will be for 3 days. Honorable Speaker, I beg to give a notice of motion.
Thank you. I'm made to understand one of our guests has just walked in at the same time. Asha Abdi, feel most welcome. Your Excellency, the Governor, honorable members, we have come to the conclusion of the business of the day, and it is now time to adjourn. However, Your Excellency and honorable members, before we adjourn, I take this opportunity to invite you and our guests to a reception at the Assembly courtyard and Charter Hall. I also request all members and our guests to remain standing in your places and in silence until the processions of His Excellency, the Governor, the Speaker, and the spiritual leaders leave the Assembly. The Assembly now stands adjourned until Thursday, 12 February 2026 at 2:30 p.m. being the hour of business. Thank you, honorable members, and enjoy your cocktail party.
Discount on early payments. Pay your land rates early and enjoy a 5% discount from 15th to 31st January and 3% in the month of February. You can also save 5% when you pay your seasonal parking fees between 15th